Hello and welcome to another benefit of the Doud. And not really a review, not really. I don't know. This is just a video, I guess. This
It's
is
an
just a benefit of the
experience.
Doud video. Is really what we're talking about here. The reason we are shooting this particular video and releasing it on this particular day is because 1 week ago, as you see this, the last total solar eclipse that will see the United States shores until 2044 rolled across the United States and ended up right where I was in just north of sunny, but not sunny because it's an eclipse, Lebanon, Indiana, which was fun. It was a great experience, and this time I had my whole family with me, and they all agreed that it was, well, in the words of my 13-year-old daughter, cool. But
I mean, if you
yeah,
get
so
that
it
out,
was.
if you get that from your 13-year-old, that's pretty good.
No, I like, between you and me and the other people that will watch this, she did say that it was really cool. So I'm gonna,
Okay.
so the fact that she looked up from her phone, long enough
True.
to look at the sky, I think that's a win. I'm not completely failing as a parent.
This time.
Anyway, so I don't know that we've talked about this a whole lot on the podcast here, but there is a huge dramatic difference between what most of the world saw, yourself included, Cliff, in a partial solar eclipse than from a total solar eclipse. And the main reason is because the angle of the moon cutting across the sun isn't quite enough to block out all the light, so you get like a portion of the show, but like a total solar eclipse is a really, really impressive thing, and I'll do my best to describe it as much as possible. But we're not really necessarily here to talk eclipse stuff. I mean, honestly, if you want to watch a video about eclipse stuff, there are hundreds of better videos to watch than me.
I will tell you, just
What?
my experience was really
Yeah,
quickly
yeah.
was that it was completely overcast here, even though we were supposed to have about an 88% view of it, which was not terrible, but it was
Okay.
completely destroyed. So literally, it just felt like it was about 2 to 3 hours later in the day than
Right,
it normally was,
right.
and that was about it.
Because it just
It
got a
was
little
very
bit
disappointing.
darker. Yeah, it got a little bit darker, and then it got a little bit brighter, and yada yada yada. No, totally get that. And actually, where we were, see, like, I knew this year. In 2017, my son and I drove down to Carbondale, Illinois. Which, fun fact about Carbondale, Illinois, the path of totality crossed Carbondale, Illinois. It's a city down in the southern part of the state. The path of totality crossed Carbondale, Illinois in 2017 and in 2024. So, like, Carbondale, Illinois' whole thing was they're the crossroads of the eclipse, because the one time it went west to east and the other time it went north to south. And then another fun fact, the last time a total solar eclipse crossed from the west coast to the east coast in the United States was in CE 1276 or something like that. So, like, before
Wow.
the United States was a thing. But that eclipse also crossed Carbondale, Illinois, or where Carbondale, Illinois would one day be. So I just thought that was an interesting little tidbit. But anyway, so this time my entire family went. We stayed in Indianapolis, and the New York Times had a thing that predicted cloud cover for the time of the eclipse, which was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And Indianapolis was like 40 to 60% cloud cover. And just a little bit farther north, back towards our home in Lebanon, Illinois, and Lebanon, Indiana, there was a prediction of 20 to 40%. So it seemed like we had a better shot of getting, fewer clouds if we went north to Lebanon. So we did. And as it turned out, it was actually the other way around. Like, Indianapolis actually had a clearer sky than we did. We didn't have like obscured clouds, but it was like, I think the haze was enough to cut down a little bit on the whole show, if you will. Um, But anyway, now the reason that we are talking about this on our podcast is we're not a space podcast or an Eclipse podcast. I'm a nerd about this shit. I will talk about this for hours if you let me. But the reason we're talking about this in this podcast is because smartphone photography has come so far since 2017. Like, I was genuinely shocked at like some of the photos that people captured with their phones this year. And it wasn't me. I actually got a few samples from Judy Stanford, who is an acquaintance of both Cliff's and mine. She runs geardiary.com, link in the show notes. So I got some photos from her that she grabbed with an iPhone 15. But most of my photos that I'm going to show you actually come courtesy of this, which is a carrying case for the Hestia telescope. This is a smartphone. I'm trying to position it here backwards. This is a smartphone telescope that what you do is you put your phone onto the thing, you put your phone's camera into this little viewfinder there, and then it gives you like a 25x view of what's going on. So I'm just going to use this Zenfone 11 Ultra, which is just what I happen to be using right now. So we probably should have brought out Skippy for this, but
not awkward at all.
Yeah, you put the phone in these brackets here, and then you line up the camera with the deal, and then the phone actually becomes your viewfinder. So you can actually like see what's going on. So
is it MagSafe compatible?
It's not MagSafe, but these brackets here are magnetic so that you can move them around. And then the nice thing is, like, once you get it set for your phone, you take your phone out and you put your phone right back in it. Like, it lines right up really super quick. I can actually show you a photo of the Hestia in action. Why don't we do a little screen share here? We're going to do screen, and we're going to do window, and we're going to do that. And I got to move my camera over just a scooch there. Okay. So this is the Hestia in action. This is how it works. I use my iPhone 15 Pro for the shots that I took on the Hestia. So this is cool. And the nice thing about this Hestia telescope is it comes with this sun filter, which you put onto the, you screw onto the whatever that is, the lens, the main lens, and then you get, then you can aim the telescope at the sun and not destroy your phone, which is nice. So the nice thing is, this is just the optics. This is just the glass part. There's no electronic components in here at all. It's just your folded lenses that give you the 25x. So this retails for about $400. I did a full review of this on SlashGear, and included some photographs from the Eclipse on there, so you can like check that out. But so this was like my primary viewing device for the Eclipse. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing that. So some of the results that I got from the Hestia telescope, let me go ahead and do another screen share here. You know what? If I'd been smart, I would have had all these loaded up before we started going. And
that's all right. So
on it.
while you're loading those up, does it so it has a sun filter? Does it actually? I'm just out of curiosity. Does it have a range of different filters, like a polarizing filter or neutral density?
It does not.
Available? Okay.
It doesn't. Well, I mean, maybe there's one available. It didn't come with this particular kit because this kit was designed for Eclipse viewing specifically.
Gotcha. And I mean, I don't know why you would necessarily want those things when you're doing a telescope at night, but it could provide some interesting effects or allow you to see different things, I suppose.
And yeah, for the record, you can actually use this to look at like the moon and stuff like that too. I have a couple of photos like that too. And actually, one interesting little thing is it has this little black attachment thing that comes on the side of it that has two little pinholes on it. If I can line it up, just so You can see these two little pinholes. And what those do is they help you aim the telescope, because if you hold your hand back here, you have to get these two pinholes to line up with each other, and then you're going to know you're properly aligned with the sun. So if you see like two pinholes, then you're a little
Oh,
bit off.
gotcha.
It's really clever. I didn't even, I'm like, because they said, this helps you focus it. I'm just like, what? Did I just do this? I mean, like, I don't need to do this. And then I like figured out, yeah. So very, anyway, I'm not an idiot, but I play one on YouTube. Anyway, so let's get into some of the photos that I shot. And I kind of did like a time lapse of the eclipse here. Now, these have not been resized properly nor positioned properly to do like a time lapse thing that I'm going to eventually put together, but this will just kind of give you an idea of what we were looking at here. So
it looks like you're also using an app, a dedicated app from Hestia.
Yes.
Yeah,
there's a dedicated app
called the watermark in there.
The watermark, at the bottom there. It's called Gravity by Hestia, and this will help you actually look at the moon, look at planets, look at deep space objects. But I'll save you the spoiler. You can read how it does with those particular things in the review. So I'm not gonna spoil that here. So SlashGear.com, link in the show notes. But anyway, so you can see like the moon moving across the sun there. And like I said, I need to readjust these a little bit. And finally, we get to just a little bit of a sliver. And then the magic moment, you take the sun filter off. And that's the shot that I got of the eclipse.
That is cool.
What you're seeing, for those of you who are not familiar, what you're seeing here is the big black circle is the moon, obviously, and then this white stuff that kind of goes around. You can see my cursor here. All this white stuff here, this is the sun's corona. This is like the initial burning gases that come off the sun that normally
we all know
can't see.
The sun enjoys a good beer every once in a while. That's fine.
Right, exactly. But normally you can't see those because the light of the sun obscures the corona. And so like when the moon moves across, you get these like white like streams of like silver kind of shooting out, and it's so weird because like the sun is normally like a yellowish color, but like for the 2 minutes, we had like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. For the 2 minutes and 40 seconds of totality, everything just goes basically black and white. And it's really wild because it looks like something like out of a Marvel movie. Like, really does. My God, they've destroyed the sun. I mean, that's what it looks like. And, there's stories about how Christopher Columbus like used the total solar eclipse to like freak out the natives when he was visiting American shores, and like that would totally freak people out when you see stuff like that.
Although but anyway, they would have had some kind of oral history to sort of talk about that happening before, but maybe not. I don't know. This is not a history podcast either.
Right, exactly. And I think it's kind of cool. Like you can see like the little solar flares around the edges there.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I mean, you get a lot of cool detail here. Then you put the sun filter back on, and the moon moves away, and then you go sit in traffic for 3 hours.
Right, exactly. It's all part of the experience.
Yes. So those were some photos that were taken with the telescope. And maybe you're thinking, I thought we were going to talk about smartphone photography. Oh yes, we are. So I also got some, let me stop sharing that one. I also got some photos from, like I said, Julie, who was in Texas shooting the eclipse with her iPhone. And let me just show you what the iPhone was able to do. And
he is not impressed.
No, that's my dog Luca. He's being a jerk. Anyway, so here are Judy's shots here. And again, this is with an iPhone 15, no magnifying device or anything like this. This is just what she shot with an iPhone 15, which is, I mean, considering what we're shooting here, this is very not bad. Like, and then there's another zoomed in one. I mean, you can see there's a lot of grain. You can see there's a lot of processing going on here to try to salvage this shot. The phone's doing a lot of heavy lifting here. So, but anyway, so that's what was done with an iPhone 15. And then while I was shooting with the telescope, I also used my DSLR camera with a 250 millimeter lens, which I will show you at the end because that's like probably the best shot of all of these. But while I was doing that, I totally forgot. Oh wait, I have the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra here. I should try that. Anyway, I was very excited. I was not thinking clearly. So here's what I got with the S24 Ultra.
Okay.
And
very
again,
similar to
not bad.
To Judy's.
Similar to Judy's, I would say. You know, I was able to zoom in like a lot closer. But yeah, very similar. You got you know, grain. I mean, this is at 31% too. When you zoom it into 100%, then you start to see like all the banding that's going on around here and whatnot. But still, just the fact that I was able to shoot this handheld with a phone, like my mind is blown, you know. And then
it makes me wonder what it makes me wonder what phones will be able to do the next time we have something like this. If they're
that's 20 years from now.
So yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have phones the next time this rolls around. But anyway, so Nick Gray, who runs Fandroid, are these the right photos? I don't know. Hang on, did I copy the wrong photos in here? I might have copied in the wrong photos. Uh-oh. Let me fill some time here. Yeah, these are the wrong photos. What the hell? Okay, well, give me a second here because I got to do some.
For the reviews, stay for the screw ups.
Right. I mean, I swear I had all of these. They were there. They were ready to go, man. All right, where's the
delegate your homework?
Save it. Are you gonna make me do all of this? Oh, no. Okay, weird. All right, so down. All right, let's just do that, and then. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a laborious, little bit of a laborious project here. Sorry about that. Anyway, you know what? Actually, let me just do this. I can just do this. I think this will be okay. Yeah, let's just do this. Screen and then window and then there's a media viewer. This should do it. Okay, so these are photos taken with the Hestia telescope along with the Pixel 8 Pro that Nick Gray shot from Cleveland, Ohio, which is where he had set up shop. And he is much better with the Hestia than I am. So just keep that in mind. So like, you know, you've just got a lot sharper definition here. And then he actually got a diamond ring shot. Which is basically like right as the moon is moving in, or right as it's about to obscure, or just as it's moving off. You get this diamond ring effect where you can just see like just the last little bit of sunlight behind the moon. So I just thought that was too gorgeous to not share. And then these are some of his other photos that he shot. You can see there's a couple of sunspots that you can see with these. So it was pretty cool. So Nick did an amazing job with that. And then the final shot that I'm going to show you is the one that I was able to grab with my DSLR, which, a funny thing, I had this exact same camera back in 2017 and it was a crap show. It did not go well at all. But I'll show you a couple of the raw shots that I took first, and then I'll show you the one that I kind of ended up with.
Like preparing like Rocky for the next like 6-7 years. Just
after practicing
your photography skills, getting better for the next fight.
And then then I'll show you the one that I ended up with after I edited. So there we go. So you really capture a lot more of the corona because you just get more detail with a camera like that. No, okay.
Well, the
That's
glass
the
is
raw
usually higher
photo.
quality, that kind of stuff too. I mean, there's just
Yeah, exactly. Better quality sensor.
A larger
So
sensor.
as you can tell, I
Typically.
was like, hitting snap, 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 like I wasn't even. And I completely guessed at the settings, which was, I mean, I didn't guess. I found a couple of websites, and most of the websites I found were like, well, if you're going to do this, and you're going to have to do this and this, I'm just like, just give me the settings. But anyway, these are the ones that I ended up with, and then finally the one that I edited, and then we can go ahead and wrap up this podcast because everyone's just like, seriously, why are we still watching this? This is the one that I edited in Lightroom, so I don't know if I did it well, but I ended up liking it. And there go my dogs. My dogs are assholes. And then so that's the one that I ended up with. I put a little vignette around it so you kind of okay, I guess someone's home or something. But anyway, so this is the final shot. This is the piece de resistance, and my dogs really want me to get off the phone right now. So anyway, so yeah, so I just this is what I got, and
it was fun.
It's gonna be fun.
I was envious of you getting to do that. That was really cool. Maybe in 20 years I'll use the optics built into my eyes with like a filter to to take and camera built into my eyes, because that's probably where we'll be, and then I'll be narrating with the microphone built into my mouth, and
I mean,
we'll get back together then. We'll do our holographic YouTube video.
I was gonna say in 20 years we're probably gonna have holodecks that we can just simulate this and it'll be fine. But anyway, so that was just
you'll just be watching Cub games. If you have a holodeck, you're just going to be watching historic Cub games. You're not even going to bother with the solar eclipse. You're just going to be there.
Hell yeah.
I'm busy.
Anyway, so I need to wrap this up because I actually have a hard out. I need to go. I need to get out of here. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Like I said, I really just wanted to share this because I thought it was really cool, like how far smartphone photography has come in the last 7 years, and I can't wait to see what it looks like in 2044 in the skies of Montana, because I will be there. So anyway, if you like this video, hit a like down below, and do all that other stuff, and like and subscribe, do all that stuff, and we love you. And comment down below and let us know if you saw the eclipse, and if so, where were you? And for now, thank you for watching and for giving us the benefit of the doubt. This is the worst outro ever. Here we go. And